Ladies and gentlemen, it's the 2018 Lakeside World Championships, and we continue with the first round here at the home of World Darts, the Lakeside. We introduce to the stage a BDO World Championship qualifier, the reigning Belgian Open champion from the Netherlands, Telnekes. We now bring to the stage the reigning Bruges Open and England Open champion, a former BDO World Trophy champion, Belgium's Foxy De Vos.
Take me now, baby, here as I am. Pull me close, try and understand. Desire is hunger, it's the fire I breathe. Love is a banquet on which we feed. Come on now, try and understand the way I feel when I'm in your hand. Take my hand, come undercover. They can't hurt you now, can't hurt you now, can't hurt you now. Because the night belongs to lovers. Because the night belongs to love. Because the night belongs to lovers. Because the night belongs to us.
Young Wayne's gonna move ya.
The bass is thumping for the number 6 seed. It could be an intriguing end to a lively afternoon of arrows. De Vos against Telnekes coming next live. Well, De Vos is always so composed here in the first round. Is there anything the Dutch qualifier can do to ruffle the Belgians' feathers? Let's find out as we join John Rawling and Jim Proudfoot.
First set, it's down to throw first. Hang on.
Underway then between the 6th seed Belgian Geert De Vos and Dirk Telnekes, the young man from Deventer in the Netherlands, just 22 years of age. So it's a dream come true for him to be here at the end of his first year playing BDO tournaments, to have qualified. He's won one BDO ranking title this year, the Belgian Open in August, where he beat Kenny Nyans in the final. Ranked just inside the top 40 in the world. De Vos, on the other hand, with a BDO ranking of 12, and he's the overwhelming favourite to make it through, and denied Telnekes passage through to the second round, where he would be the 4th man of the Dutch contingent to get to the last 16.
Big favourite, yeah, De Vos. But there is an argument. I know Paul's a huge admirer of his talent, but for a player with such talent to have only had a best result of having got to the quarter-final, which was last year when he lost 5-4 to Daryl Fitton, you could say In fact, I would say that he's been something of an underachiever. Although, having said that, one of the very best games that I've seen here at the Lakeside had to be that second-round match against Scott Waits in 2016, which Waits won 4-3. That was an absolutely tremendous tussle, and he is a very good-looking player. He plays at a very nice tempo, and this whole match is going to be played in that sort of manner. It's going to be very easy on the eye, this one. I just hope Telnekes can live with it.
Well, he can have a 13-dart finish in the first leg, which he does. Easy hold for Geert de Vos. He has been involved in some fantastic games. You talk about that Scott Waits game. He was 3-0 up in that.
Yep.
Ended up losing 4-3, having lost the last 9 legs of the match. Won the second set with 3 consecutive bullseye finishes. It was just an extraordinary match, one of the very best.
It was one of those matches where, for some reason or other, I wasn't in the commentary box on that occasion, and I was down in the crowd with some mates down there, and the place just went absolutely ballistic when Waits started to get on a roll, you know, and there was Jackie leading the cheers for de Vos. He'll be going crazy, I'm sure, if de Vos continues to play in the sort of manner that he started off here. There he is, look, left-hand side of the picture. He is de Vos's number one fan, bar none.
121.
De Vos was involved in a fantastic game last year as well, where he lost to Daryl Fitton in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, that was
5-4. So he's had some epic encounters.
He played well in that. He played well in that match in the round before when he beat Scott Mitchell. That was a good game as well, I remember.
Well, de Vos has got himself into a fantastic position in this second leg as well, which is against the Telnekes throw. And he's the first to a finish.
Throwing very nicely, isn't he? 12 darts thrown to 101. Could be another 15-darter quite easily.
100.
And that's a first maximum for Telnekes. And that makes that 101 look altogether more challenging. Well, he wanted the treble, not though the treble 3. So Telnekes has the opportunity here.
Depth required 41.
Double 18. Oh, well played, young man. Well played indeed.
Telnekes. Third leg is Geert to throw first.
Well, excellent scoring from de Vos, who went ton, ton, ton,
41.
ton. Still found himself losing the leg.
Telnekes loves that double 18. He was absolutely lethal on that in his qualifying match to get to this stage.
119.
Yeah, beat Chris Landman, his fellow Dutchman, 3-0. He won 3-0 every set, though, went to a deciding leg.
16.
What it has, of course, is given him that little look at the Lakeside stage this year. You feel that there can be an advantage for the men that have won the preliminary contest, because just had the opportunity to acclimatise themselves. Telnekes with his second maximum of the match in just the third leg.
We were prattling on about Landman, about whether or not that was an unusual name, and I'm told that there are a lot of Dutch people whose name ends in man, and Landman is quite literally as it sounds. It's kind of a Dutch equivalent of farmer.
127.
Well, he's playing beautifully here, the young man, and he's got a great chance of breaking the de Vos throw. He's got 6 darts at 75. Double 2 after getting that treble.
73.
Didn't really want that.
De Vos back on 200, just trying to concentrate the mind of Telnekes as he goes into the madhouse, and he's done that brilliantly with his first maximum. It's a double 1 for Telnekes for a 13-darter of his own.
No scores.
Oh, well. We talk about how quickly things can change. Telnekes has dominated this leg utterly, And now De Vos is the favourite to hold his throw, double 10. Good darts. 16 darter, kept his nerve, and that was a product of that 180.
And with the scoring that both players have shown so far, and just that little lethal eye around the doubles, I think we already know this is a match in which you're going to have to take your chances. If you get an opportunity to break the throw, you're going to have to take it.
82.
Any failure around the double could well be exploited by your opponent. It's high quality at the moment.
Early days in this match, but those are quite meaty-looking averages. De Vos, a few moments ago, was up in 3 figures, up over 100, which really is the benchmark for truly world-class throwing.
83.
Played in the Grand Slam of darts back in 2015, and he, in one of the games there, averaged just short of 114. So when his A game is rolling, Gert De Vos is a very imposing customer.
Well, I don't know enough about these things, but they do say that the unicorn board, which is used within the PDC side of the game, is a slightly more forgiving board in terms of scoring than the windmill board. I don't know, but that's what they say.
60.
Richard Veenstra watching on, hoping for a Dutch success, I'm sure. He played really well in patches, didn't he?
Yes, in patches, absolutely. You say hoping for a Dutch success. Be interesting to ask him, because he plays the winner of this one.
Well, that's an interesting one. Be a good, cracking game to watch that one, whoever wins this.
99. Gert, you require 76.
The lakeside competition is really starting to warm up now. 16 would leave tops. Ooh, just the wrong side of the wire.
Dirk, you require 80.
Set dart missed by De Vos. Telnekes trying to capitalise on that. 2 single 20s, second one an excellent marker for double top.
Game short on the 4th leg. Dirk Telnekes.
For a lad of 22, he plays with considerable maturity. Doesn't appear at all phased about being up on the big stage. And we know that Gert certainly isn't.
It's the 4th 180 of the match already. 2 apiece. And he follows the ton 80 with a ton 40.
Well, here's
Few
the
murmurs of anticipation there after 5 perfect darts.
official line on boards given to me by Paul Nicholson. He says that a micron test was done on both boards recently. Windmill trebles are actually slightly bigger, and the bull is also slightly bigger, so that one lays that urban myth to rest. I consider my wrists well and truly slapped. Naughty John.
76. Gert, you require 100.
Well, after such an impressive start of the leg, De Vos is in a very commanding position here. 100 for the first set, and he knows he's got 6 darts at it. Double 10.
80.
He will be back, not the most costly error. Telnekes is back on 271.
Yeah, it's not going to be quite the comfort margin that he thought. He's been unlucky with that last dart, kissed off the barrel.
Double 10 again. Just considers his options here.
It's not lying well, is it? It's a bit of a blocker.
He's going to go to the right-hand side of the yoke and try and squeeze it around that first one. He does it quite brilliantly. That's a superb way to take out double 10 and win the first set. The average is very impressive. The finishing likewise. Gert De Vos and Dirk Telnekes both on the money, but with every leg having gone with the darts, it's Gert De Vos who takes a 1-0 lead.
Top quality from Telnekes and Gert De Vos, but it is the number 6 seed who has the early advantage. Our last live match of the day here on 4. Can De Vos tee up a second-round encounter against Richard Veenstra? Or will Dirk Telnekes pull off a superb result? Top quality darts from both of them. Let's rejoin your commentators, John and Jim.
Thank you, Rob. Sometimes you get intervals in matches where it's obvious who it's going to favour. The player has been put to the sword over the last 5-6 minutes or so. I think that is the case this time around. Both players will be pretty happy with the way that they've thrown. Telnekes actually averaged 87 in that preliminary round victory over Chris Landman, and his average in the first set, which of course he lost, a little bit higher than that, just approaching 90. De Vos, on the other hand, only a fraction under 100 in that first set of the year for him.
First leg, Dirk to throw first. Game on.
Telnekes with the darts then in this second set.
96.
It's Nick Rolls who's refereeing today. Every match that he's officiated so far this week has gone to a deciding set. He is putting in for overtime, as he's telling everybody who will listen.
60. $140.
Early signs are that this one could go pretty deep as well. But for that to be the case, Telnekes has to maintain the focus and figures that he's produced in the first set here.
He's got considerable poise and composure.
133.
And, well, I asked the rhetorical question earlier on in the match whether or not he could live in the company of De Vos, whether or not he'd be intimidated. That's a third maximum for De Vos. But the signs are good at the moment for Telnekes, and he's still favourite to win this.
$96.
On his favourite double.
Absolutely, he's been very impressive around double 18 this week so far.
180.
De Vos, a man that concentrates the mind and puts the pressure on these doubles. Telnekes not succumbing to that pressure.
That was impressive. De Vos was throwing everything at him there. Kept his composure, he was the favourite, but when a guy's just wanged in a couple of 180s, it's bound to have some sort of psychological effect, but he kept his composure and put that 18 away beautifully.
46.
He has shown magnificent accuracy.
His average at this stage, De Vos, for those who are motivated by such statistical niceties, I can nearly say it, 105.92.
He's thrown 5 180s so far. The record in a first round match here in the Lakeside stage, the all-time record, is 10. We had a 9 earlier today, 8 yesterday.
Curfew require 81.
Not wishing to stitch you up here, but who did it?
I'm glad you're not wishing to stitch me up here, John.
41.
Sorry about that. I should have checked first, shouldn't I, really?
$80. Curfew require 40.
Tops then for De Vos.
Game short of the second leg. Dirk De Vos. Third leg, Dirk throwing first. $95. $140. $96.
One of the problems that De Vos has had consistently here at Lakeside has been that he's been so unfortunate with the draw. Been eliminated by the winner in 4 of the last 6 years. Kist, Waits, Mitchell, and then Waits again, all beating him. en route to taking the big prize.
16.
Last year he became only the third Belgian to reach the quarterfinals, the first in 14 years, stretching back to Eric Claris's progression through back in 2003.
Well, a rare, low-scoring visit for De Vos. Just when he was in with a real good opportunity of taking control of this leg and putting himself into a breakthrough position, but Telnekes only 58, so a big hit here from De Vos, and the throw could be under pressure once more.
16.
Great dance. That is outstanding. Brilliant setup. And anything you can do, I can do too.
36. Turkey require 24.
Double 12 then for the nerveless Dutchman.
Game short to the third leg. Telnekes.
16 darter. Good leg of darts that.
Hang on.
It's amazing how many times you see it, not just in darts, but in
100.
professional sports, that a player who hasn't got that much experience but is very good at what he does and he's youthful, hasn't got that much experience of failure, doesn't really succumb to pressure in the same way that perhaps a player of similar talent that's a little bit older would.
Well, I was very impressed with his preliminary round performance. He just has the look of somebody who has got the makings of a very, very good darter indeed, this youngster. Time will tell, but he looks the part to me.
140.
And still definitely got the L plates on.
Absolutely. The age of 22, 1 year on the circuit. This leg he's gone ton 40, ton 40. Might get another one here, and he's gone down for the bull.
His family were here supporting him. I'm told that they've all had to go home because of work commitments. I bet you any money they get back over here if he continues winning.
96. Turkey require 116.
See what he can do with this. Treble 20 would leave his favourite double 18, and that's unlucky. Just the wrong side of the wire. Great cover shot, mind. But I think it might be a little bit of a miscount, that, leaving double 15.
So an opportunity then for the first break of throw in the game, although he's left himself on a double he wouldn't have wanted.
No score.
He's bust. He's miscounted. He thought he was left on 40. He's hit tops,
Turkey require 51.
but had left himself 30. So De Vos with an opportunity to capitalise. Single 11 leaves him tops. Double 10.
He's got away with it. He's got away with it. Right.
Turkey require 30.
Concentrate the mind. I think it's embarrassment as much as anything. He's going to check with the referee. He thought he'd tucked it away. Well, he's got problems now. Double 4. Big dart.
26. Turkey require 20.
This to stay in the set and hold his throw. Right shake of the head as well there might be, because he was some way away by his standards. That second one, lucky that he didn't sneak it into the wrong bed, but he hits with the third. And we're all square in the second set.
Well, I can only assume that he thought he was on... Yeah, he thought he got it when he got double top. And he'd gone for treble 17 to set it up. And he was on 81, not on 91. So, in fact, he was on 30, not on 40. Costly.
Well, this will be a test, because there are ways of losing legs. That is one that could have a psychological effect on you, particularly as a relative rookie. Can he put it behind him? Can he just write it off? Chalk it down to experience.
62.
Simple miscount, isn't it? I mean, I guess it's easily done.
$96.
Also shows, John, the way that he approaches games, that he knew what he thought he had left, so he didn't hear what Nick Rolls said. He didn't look at the computer on the monitor on the side of the stage to see what he had left, because he just didn't doubt himself.
The computer definitely said 30, I'm told, so there's been no mis-scoring up on the stage. He was getting the correct information, as you say. He just was in the zone and wasn't listening or looking at where he was.
99. $44.
And now his body language has changed somewhat. De Vos in a commanding position to take a 2-0 lead. He's 6 ahead plus these. 146 ahead. And he's got an outstanding chance now of taking this second set.
Telnekes will look back at that moment in the last leg and kick himself. Not over yet, but this is a potentially big wounding strike for De Vos. Tops now, and this is for the set. No. Now, Telnekes tries to spur himself on.
It's definitely 106, Dirk. Double 18, his favourite double.
88.
Just snatched at it. Misses a set dart.
Missed on the nervy side, just dragged it inside the wire. 2 from 6 on tops, De Vos. Make that 7. And counting. Shake of the head. Oh no!
Dirk, you require 18.
They've missed 6 set darts between them. Double 9 for Dirk Telnekes.
Game short of the second set. Dirk Telnekes.
Big moment for him, particularly in the manner in which he thought he'd won the set and hadn't because of the miscount, but he gets over the line, and he can put that error out of his brain now because it hasn't been a costly one.
De Vos let him off the hook there. He should have put that away. He had great opportunities, couldn't nail that double top, and as a result, Telnekes back on level terms.
41.
Now, how much of a psychological effect will that have on De Vos? He's having to just breathe deeply and regroup.
5 set darts missed, all at tops for Kurt De Vos.
100.
You will feel that he should be 2-0 up. It is only 1-1.
$16.
Telnekes has been in good form in recent weeks. Ahead of his lakeside bow, he won the Dutch Championship and the Open Marienheim over the last 2-3 months or so.
16.
Also won 7 games at the World Championship qualifiers in Bridlington to make it through, so that's an ability to be able to deal with pressure in itself.
16. $54.
Seven games to come through in a qualifying competition. That really is a
96.
searching examination. Not your average trip to Brid.
Far from it.
81. Gert, you require 114.
Shanghai on 19s then, so he's got the single, needs a treble and a double in that order. We'll readjust
58.
back to the northern half of the board. Dirk Telnekes is back on 205. It's been a very disappointing leg for him. 5 scores of 81 or less.
58.
It's on
There's another
throw,
one.
on throw though.
56.
De Vos, no slip up here. Tops then for the opening leg of this third set.
Game short of the first.
And he'll look at that and look at the scoreboard and take his dart out of the double top and think, why couldn't I do that in the last set?
134. 100.
11 legs into the contest, and all 11 have gone with the throw.
Power scoring has just diminished somewhat. That'll be the commentator's curse. Watch this, rocket in for a 180. I knew it, I knew it. Not my day, is it?
6 now. That record in doubt.
60. $45. $60. $60.
This could be a leg against the darts, conceivably. Ross knows that he will have a look at 116 in a moment.
100.
So 116 for the break of throw.
116.
Big moments in the match. Well, treble 19s, and it's blocked out by the way that's lying. He needs treble 19 for tops. And couldn't find it.
92. Turkey required 90.
So to hold again, Dirk Telnekes. Single 20, leaves the bullseye.
41.
Annoyed with himself, isn't he?
24.
24 required, double 12. That's by a fair margin, double 6. That is spot on. Perfect dance. De Vos gets the break of throw. 2-0 in this third set. Advantage to the Belgian.
It is still a set of darts in which De Vos has the advantage, though, so even though he's got that mini break, it's not as significant as if he broke the Telnekes throw in one of the even number sets.
Good had a win against Telnekes. On his way to winning the England Open in Southsea. Kyle McKinstry and Mark McGeaney as well.
$123. $61. $95. $59.
Almost a sense that Telnekes has realised that this set is going west for him.
84.
It's a loose one. Looking for an 18. Wound up with a 4. So 158, this is for the set. Doesn't have to take it, of course, because 6 darts will do. Well, he can't do it anyway now, it's all academic. And that's loose.
28.
Would have hoped to have got down to a potential 2-dart checkout.
100.
As it is, he has 130 against his name here. This is for a 2-1 lead in sets. Treble 20. Bullseye for a 130 and a 2-1 lead.
That's more what DeVos can do. He just got off the boil just a wee bit at one stage. But there he finishes in style. And it's now 2-1. One more set required and he's through. How will the young man respond now?
Delight for the Belgian contingent. Great way to take out that set. A 130 checkout. Highest of the match so far. And here he comes again, his foot on the jugular.
40.
Jackie enjoying it.
As DeVos now started to get a hold on this match. The ease with which he won that last set suggests that might be the case.
Just lost the flight there as he took them out of the board. Good darts from Telnekes to get himself on a finish. The top of the shot, 170.
It's the one that Daryl Fitton did last night. That's the best checkout that we've had so far. Telnekes has the opportunity to replicate it, but it won't be.
44.
Well, DeVos has certainly got options here. Might look at 10s. And that's the way he's going to go, seemingly. 16 will leave tops for a break at the start of the fourth.
26.
Hasn't been kind to him, tops, in this game.
126.
Certainly hasn't. 126 then. He'll stay on 19s, and now he's got a bullseye for a 126 checkout.
88.
No.
Kirky require 40.
So tops then. Misses it again. Double 10. Missed to break the Telnekes throw, and he hasn't been able to do it. 4 darts missed the doubles. And a potential reprieve here for the youngster from Deventer in the Netherlands.
Will he go straight at it? He does! Looked for all the world that he was going to lose that leg on his own throw. DeVos, though, double trouble. And the young lad, well, that shows real nerve.
$97.
Clearly not happy with himself. Understandably as well. Telnekes has been playing well. DeVos has only been able to break in once, passing up the opportunity to do it in this fourth set.
We're talking about the record for numbers of 180s in the first round. I know that Scott Mitchell had 9, but I've been messaged by somebody who would almost certainly know, and that is Alan Soutar, good Scottish darter, and he says that John Henderson had 10 180s, and that is the record. So thank you very much for the communication, Alan.
Well, There have been quite a few players have had 9, including one earlier today, Carl McKinstry, and the vast majority of those have actually lost the match. Just a statistical oddity.
100.
Craig Colwell threw a 9 and defeat to Scott Waits, threw 9 180s, should I say, rather than throw a 9.
140.
We knew what you meant, Jim. Don't worry about it. So 108
108
to hold throw. Under a bit of pressure, 121's very makeable, and it's not going to be. So can the youngster get rid of 121? This would hurt.
Perfect first start. Perfect second dart. Bullseye for a 1-2-1. He's getting closer to it, but still can't hit it. And De Vos on 52 to hold. Tops. No problem. This time he hits it. That has been a relative rarity in this match. A successful dart at tops for Gert De Vos. No problems this time. All square in the 4th set.
16.
De Vos has missed 10 darts for double top.
93.
Said he's had problems there. He's missed 7 for double 10 as well.
$39.
4 out of 14 on tops, to be precise. Great cover shots.
Well, De Vos just threw that 3rd dart of his last visit away. This is better from him. Much better. Maximum number 7 for Gert De Vos.
$18 would leave tops.
174.
Brilliant setup play again from Dirk Telnekes. 174 leaves him tops.
60.
Great dart, wasn't it? Brilliant dart, that treble 18. And now can he put it away? Double 10. Double 5.
35.
Well, 5 in bits now, but De Vos is not on a finish.
Not on a not on a 2-figure finish when he comes back. Telnekes, big 1, double 1.
No score.
Ouch. Shanghai on 20s for the break of throw.
Gert, you require 120.
Treble, single, double. Well, there's the single. No.
48. Dirk, you require 5.
He's hit the double this time, now needs a single. Now another double.
3.
Making a bit of a mess of
Dirk,
this.
you require 72.
And the indifferent doubles are having an effect on both players. 72 for De Vos for the break of throw. Tops with that outer ball.
32. Dirk, you require 2.
Had 3 darts at it so far in this leg. That's number 4.
No score.
He's bust again. So tops for De Vos for the break and to move within a leg of the match. 15 darts he's had at tops. He's only hit it 4 times. He's got 3 in his hand here. It's been letting him down big time.
Something about his body language there, he just didn't look as though he fancied it. Well, let's see what Telnekes can do now. I'm sure he thought that that was it, but it's not. He's still there. Tries yet again. Small adjustment. This time, surely that's a good marker. Yes, there it is!
Fourth leg is Gert to throw first. Game on.
Whatever the Dutch equivalent of that leg being a little bit like drawing teeth, I think he'd probably agree.
140.
Sometimes it's not how you do it, it's just that you manage to do it.
No pictures on scorecards, as they say.
47.
Having been in a position where he might have had to win this leg to stay in the match, he now can get back level at 2-2 if he can win either of the next two legs.
95.
There's a leg that's done nothing for either player's respective average.
The rumbling about numbers of 180s continues. Richard Ashdown, our master statistician, says that the number about John Henderson, 10,
59.
is incorrect. He says the answer is 9. Who do we go with? We've got to go with Richard, haven't we?
I think so.
He generally knows.
I would say so, with no disrespect to Alan Suter.
Or indeed John Henderson.
De Vos 3 180 short from, at the very least, a share of that record. That won't concern him at the moment. What will concern him is 147, 90 left. Went for the treble 18, which would have left him double 18.
90.
All Telnekes can do is try and put the pressure on and make that 57 look a little bit more daunting than it does at present. 5 doesn't help a lot. That's more like it. Another one would be good. And he gets it.
25.
Great dance.
And he revisits tops. Misses it again.
Game shot to the fourth leg. Gert de Vos.
No problem this time.
Fifth leg is Dirk to throw first.
And Gert de Vos is one leg away. If he can break the Telnekes throw here, he has a 3-1 victory. And his career 100% record in the first round at Lakeside will be maintained. Jackie knows the size and magnitude of that moment.
Continuing this great odyssey in search of the number of maximums hit. John Henderson, says Richard Ashdown, hit 12 in 2005 in round 2, not round 1, when he lost 3-2 to Martin Adams.
140.
Yeah, 12 is the record for a 5-set match here at Lakeside, but as you say, that was a second round tie.
58.
All academic, of course, after De Vos's wonderful start, rolling out 5 180s in the first 5 or 6 legs today. He's only had a couple subsequently, so he is
80.
short of the record as things stand at the moment.
Gives us something to chat about, though, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
I've got a problem with it.
If it goes to a deciding set, that record could be in doubt.
140.
Almost number 8.
Well, this is for the sets, 156. He'll get 6 darts from there. Could do the treble, though. He's not found it. He's going to come back with 96, which, of course, is a 2-darter potentially.
$96. Turkey required 96.
So 96 for De Vos, and that's what Telnekes has left. Another single 20 leaves him that favoured double 18, but De Vos on 147 for the match.
He can do it. Not now, though. So Telnekes to make it 2 apiece.
95.
He's on his favourite double.
Turkey required
This
36.
is testing the young man's nerve big time. This time you've got to go for it.
18.
Well, he did, and the compensation, the adjustment was too much, as you could see.
Gert, you require 52.
3 set darts missed. He knows. He knows. Tops them for De Vos for the match.
Game, shot, and the match. Gert De Vos.
The number 6 seed is through. He's beaten Dirk Telnekes 3 sets to 1, but it could have been so different. Telnekes with 3 missed darts at double 18 in that last leg to tie it up at 2-2. As it is, he missed them. De Vos got the winning dart, that winning top, double top, which got him over the line. It had been his nemesis throughout the match, but he got over the line and he's through the first round yet again. He's beaten Dirk Telnekes in a great game, 3-1.
Absolutely no disgrace in that defeat for the 22-year-old Dirk Telnekes. But it's Gert De Vos who keeps that 100% first round record intact. He's through to the second round.
Gert, congratulations on once again getting through round 1. Never beaten in round 1, but I bet you breathed a massive sigh of relief when Dirk missed those 3 double 18s.
Yeah, it was a good match. I say before Paul, it was a tough match, but I got through, so I'm happy.
Looking ahead into round 2, a great matchup, Richard Winscher.
Yeah, I know him because he's from Holland. I know him very well, but it will be a good match.
It will do. Really looking forward to seeing you back out on that stage in round 2.
Yeah, I'm looking forward.
Thanks a lot.